Bonnet de douche and welcome to episode 2 of Rebuilding Marseille, part of my rebuild series. This is the third club in the series after AC Milan and Manchester United. Hopefully you've watched episode 1 of the Marseille journey and you saw the magic that happened. It was a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work to do, and I had a lot of work. Seriously, the squad needed a lot. A lot was going on basically. People leaving, people wanting to leave, people trying to nick my best players. Loaning, all that kind of stuff. But what we had is a great staff and a great spine of a team, I thought. And yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So hopefully you're going to love it enough to smash that like button and subscribe if you are brand new. But enough talking. Let's get into it. Welcome to the start of the season. And before I show you what's going on, the league has kicked off. Monaco and Saint Etienne have played. But yeah, lots to happen. We've got to play in the Trophy of the Champions, obviously, because we were the league winners. Paris Saint-Germain were the cup winners. They beat us in the final, but let's forget about that. I'm not bitter at all. So yeah, got a chance to win a cheeky little trophy, and we did well. Out of the 3 games we played against Paris last year, we beat them twice, both times in the league. So hopefully we can keep that form going, because we'll be playing them, as you can see, quite early. And they started bad last year, but this is Paris Saint-Germain. They've got a bottomless pit of money, and they've spent a lot of it. But what did we do? But just to quickly show you, this is my staff. No real changes. It is still the best staff. And again, it's a great advantage. And again, do it. Always make sure you sort your staff out first. But we didn't need to do that this year. I needed to sort the team out. So as you can see, we've had some outs and we've had some ins. We managed to recoup 11.25 million. And I've spent 35. Obviously, some of that's been broken down again, like I always do. I like to stretch my money. So I think we'll go through them quickly, as quick as we can. Now Steve wanted to leave because he didn't play, he didn't want to be a backup, and which is fair enough, and his wages are quite high anyway, so he has left. Now also out the door is my left back, who was good last year, and we got 4 million for him. The reason he wanted to leave is because I thought I could improve that position. He wanted to go, so fair enough, bye. Another player to leave is my backup right winger from last year. Just wasn't good enough, I wanted better. We've got £1 million for him. The last player to leave is Mr. Lopez, who is young and he's decent. He just don't fit my tactic really. So I just want to get a few quid for him and get more players that suit it. Now the first player we brought in is Baba. Now you might remember me saying his contract was running out. Yeah, Chelsea gave him a new deal. We tried to reloan him. They said no, we want to give him a first team opportunity. I said fair enough. Continued a bit, about a week more. Kept looking for left back, and he pops up for sale, listed. So you don't want to keep him. So now we've got to buy him. You assholes. So we've had to buy him, but I know him. I know he plays well for me. Can't complain. I needed more depth at centre half position, and I picked up this fella from Sevilla, Daniel, who I think is brilliant. Bit angry. He's an angry fella. He looks angry. He wants to bite your face off. But he'll be a great squad player. Obviously losing the keeper. I wanted someone who is happy being a backup, and this guy I think will be a great backup. He's 35. But he's got decent attributes still for goalkeeper. Very good, I think. And obviously Jack Butland's backup, and that's all we need. Someone who's happy, cheap, and won't moan at me. A player I've brought in on loan is Delot, because he's brilliant. He's a wonder kid. I know that from the Man United save when I did the 2 episodes of Man United. And he can play in a few positions. He can cover on the left. He's up for loan, so his wages are quite cheap. Yeah, I can't complain. I'm really happy with this one. Now another player we've brought in on loan is this chap, because he needed a striker. A backup striker for Super Benny, the Argentinian. He's 22 years old, and again, half-decent finisher, good off the ball, good composure, decent amount of speed-ish. Never been super prolific, but I think he'll be great, again, as a backup. Now, I couldn't bring back everyone I wanted to on the guys that are brought in on loan. And I brought back that lad from Arsenal, but we couldn't get him. So I've had to look elsewhere, and I found a 22-year-old German, Mr. Serdar, from Schalke, who I think, as long as he works hard, again, he's angry though, isn't he? But he looks very happy. He don't look very angry, does he? He looks like he wants to give you a kiss. So yeah, again, he's only a squad player, and he's costing me next to nothing in loans. Now I wanted a fullback, and I wanted someone who's French, and this is the best French fullback I could find. We've brought him from Fulham. He's got Premier League experience, sort of. He didn't really play for Watford, don't know why. Now he can cover as a full proper left back and a proper right back. He's 26 years old. I brought him as a squad player, but he was brilliant. He ends up being brilliant. So yeah, come on. And obviously getting rid of me backup right winger, I needed one. And Chongi came up, and again, he's a great young player. There's a lot of good young players at United, and I know that, and I give some of these guys a chance. So to bring him in, I can't really complain because he can cover it all over. Then the last player I've brought in was Maxim Gonaloms. I'm going with that, that's his name. Now he's cost me money, he's 30. He's French, I needed French players, and I think he's going to suit the tactic. It'll be great. He can sit at the back, do his little job, and not complain, hopefully. He's had a stint at West Ham. Obviously, I think we got him from Melbourne. I think he must have been loaned to West Ham. So, yeah, I was happy. I think we were better this year, more well-rounded than we were last year. Let's have a quick look at the depth. Now, obviously, Butland, brilliant. The back four is brilliant. They did great last year. This kid, like I said to you, cost me $2.5 million. It cost you $2.5 million. Just gets better and better, better and better. He's now got Dalot with him. Got two great left backs. Sort of Dalot can cover over there. Don't forget, and we've got Mr. Farquhar, whatever his name is. So full backs, brilliant. Centre halves, brilliant. Midfield, he's way better, I think, than it was last year. Going forward, I think we're really good. This guy from Spanish fella, I think, is a good backup. This Benny. Can't complain with Benny. It's Payet I was worried about this year. I think I had reason to be. He just looked like he was getting worse. But I think we're going to have players who came out of nowhere. Chongi and this kid were going to be okay. So it was this guy who's just become amazing out of nowhere. I mean, he looks good. Everyone wanted him, and his head got turned. But I wasn't going to sell him. Now, luckily, the money's all right, so I spent a bit. Now, I ain't got much left to spend. We're kind of maxed out when it comes to wages. I don't really want to do anything, but my squad's well balanced. It's fine, and I was happy to attack the season with this squad. But money's already all right as well, and we're going to have the Champions League all year, so I think it should go up. Now, this is the board expectations for the season. When it comes to the league, they're happy. Just making the Champions League, that's where the money is. We need it. Title challenge. I want to get our title back. Champions League, just get out of the group stage is pretty much in it. Both finals again for the cups, and they're not bothered about the trophy to champions, but I was. You beat Paris in that game, I think, and you're laying that foundation for the rest of the season. So obviously, being champions, you think the bookies think we're amazing. They don't. They don't think we're amazing. It's still absolutely bum rush. That freaking Paris Saint-Germain team. They think they're going to win the league, which they probably should. And we're still fourth in exactly the same place as we were last year. I love proving the freaking Football Manager bookies wrong. That was my mission. But it's going to be a hard mission because this is what I mean. Every year, Paris Saint-Germain are going to spend crazy amounts of money. And look who they signed. The guy signed him a second season at United. I mean, shit me. Let's have a look at some of their players quickly. Obviously, I'm going to say this on purpose because someone had given me a little grief in the comments. Savic. Have that. That's his name. They bought this geezer. Wow. I mean, look, they've really gone. Marseille, you cheeky bastards, with your loan players, and BOODFM have won our league. We're having it back. Eric Bailey. He's going to play one game, snap his leg, I can tell you that much. So yeah, they have definitely got better. Now we've jumped forward to January, but let's jump back to something that was very special. The Trophy de Champions, and we won it 2-0. We are so good against them. That's 3 we've won to their 1. So yeah, brilliant. Chongi scoring. He definitely pushed Payet out of the team. And at the halfway point though, we're not top of the league. We're currently second. Paris Saint-Germain, like I said, spent mega bucks, and to be fair, are bossing it. They're well ahead now, aren't they? This is a bit different than last year. Like I said, and I've seen this before, they just get better. So you're really going to struggle. I knew that first year, not being in Europe, maybe people not knowing the tactic, I don't know what it is, and maybe the computer gets used to it or whatever, but it's definitely been a bit tough, and I think they've got a better team. I do. They've just got an even better team. So here's what it is. We've lost 3 games in the league. Lost to PSG, which didn't happen last year, so that was another advantage. Obviously beating them twice in the league last year really helped us win the league. We've drawn 1 game against Nice and we've won 15, so here's what it is. Benny, 3rd highest goal scorer, but he's some way off the other lot, so it shows there's not a lot of goal scorers in this league this year. I've got no one in the top 3 average rating, but Jack Butland, number 1 for clean sheets again. Your defence is still good. Only just, but it is still the best defence in the league. So again, you win leagues, you win anything building from the back, I think. So well happy. Jack Butland, honestly, great keeper. Is this where we're lacking? And maybe you could say Payet last year was on fire. This year he kind of dropped off. Chong's pushed him out. He has got worse, and I don't know if it is because of that. Because I think my right wing is still good, my striker's still good, but last year we were neck and neck with PSG with scoring goals. This year we have dropped off. But where we haven't dropped a ball this year is the Coupe de League. We're still in it, just. Last year we got knocked out straight away on penalties. This year we stayed in it on penalties, and we'll be playing Lille in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, I didn't really care about it because it's got bloody Champions League as well. Now we've drawn Nimes, I think you say it. I think you say that. They've got a great logo with the alligator. Why is the alligator eating a football? Random as anything. It doesn't make any sense. So, I kind of would like to do well in this, because when you get to a final and lose it, it's very annoying. So I'd like to. If I won it, I won't be upset. Put it that way. Obviously, we're in the Champions League, and this was our Group C. After all 6 games, and we didn't manage to win it, but we got out of it, and that's all the board wanted. So I was happy. I mean, we only lost out by a point. We lost 1 game, so you know what? Pretty impressive first year back. And we got beat off Atletico Madrid. Atletico freaking Madrid away. We drew 1 game with Madrid, and obviously won the other 4 without conceding any of them games. So I was happy. Wait and see who we get though, because when you come second, you usually get a big team. And we got Lazio, and I was quietly confident with this because I think we're better. I mean, they're a mid-table Serie A team, and I think, you know, bit of luck there, we could do these. Let's check in on the boys, and obviously my best player is my right winger, who, you know, he's unhappy. He's requested to leave, and again, that doesn't help with everything this year, because last year he was fully committed. This year, Liverpool, United, Spurs, and Juventus won it. So, you know, if I carried on another episode, another year, I probably would have to get rid of him, but, you know, maybe cash in. Look who is my second best player. Axel Rose, back with a vengeance. Kid's brilliant. Gustavo, again, it's all the usual names, but they're really doing well. It's Payet, who's obviously not played and he's unhappy. I just think he's still decent. I know he is, but I just feel, I don't know. Chongi, I like Chong, he's young. Strootman, again, is such a solid player in the middle. So, you know, maybe I've dropped a ball with a few things. Maybe I made a few wrong decisions this year, but I'm competing against a freaking giant. Last year was great. So to even if we can keep with Paris in the league, it'd be great. But yeah, I wasn't holding on much hope this year for a league title. But it's the halfway point, and we're going to do what we always do with this series. We're going to jump forward to the running and see where we're at with a few games left to go in the season. Were we in with a chance of winning anything? I just wanted to hopefully go as far in the Champions League as I could, raise as much money as I could, and do us proud, because last year was amazing. So, yeah, but we had a bit of a hill to climb, because nobody, not even us, could beat Paris in the league this year. Well. 1 game left to play in the league, and we were back in it. We were back in it with a vengeance. So Paris Saint-Germain could get beat. Let's check it out. You know it. We've got good form against them. You know it. Obviously, we've lost 4 games. Got to be able to lose. Still in the draw on 132. Now we're only 3 points in the lead at this point with 1 game to go. And Paris Saint-Germain, I've got 2 games. So yeah, you know, to be where we are now compared to where we were in January, I was super proud of that. But can you see? I couldn't see Paris getting beat. All they have to do is win their 2 games. That's it, and they've won the league, or even win 1 and draw. So I'm still proud. But what I was proud of was this fella. At the halfway point, he scored 9 goals. His second half of his season was insane. I mean, look where he's gone. He's gone above Cavani. Who are you, mate? Who are you? I mean, how proud was I? I love him. He's a player I will never forget because of this save. Who is he? Why is he so good? I don't know, but he's brilliant. Second best player in the league, for God's sake. So yeah, well happy. Could we do it? Anyway, we had other competitions, don't forget. And one of those competitions was the Coupe de League. We got knocked out of this straight away last year, but this year we got all the way to the semi-final, and we won again on penalties. Bit of penalty luck against Monaco, who are a good team, but they were crap. We really should have done the job in 90 minutes, but we definitely did the job in 90 minutes in the final. So yeah, picked up a cup, brilliant. So it's my first domestic proper cup. The Trophy of the Champions, I don't count that. It's like a charity shield. So yeah, 3-2, great game. If this was a live com series, it'd have been a good live com. Gustavo and Mr. Dude up there, my right winger, were brilliant. I'll jump forward to the quarter final of the Coupe de France, because again, penalties. So I've gone from being crap on penalties and having a bit of bad luck with it, going back to having a bit of good luck with it, because it is a lottery. I think it's a total lottery. Depends what your players are like. I never look at penalty taking for an attribute. I never build a team around being good at penalties. It's just a freaking lottery, isn't it? But look at the man of the matches. That guy has been brilliant. So we've got Nice in the semi. Paris Saint-Germain have won theirs. So we've got to play ours. Could be a repeat of last year's final. It was Champions League time, and how far could we really go in this competition? We've done enough getting where we are for the board to be happy. But I wasn't happy. I wanted to go as far as I could, make as much money, and do France proud and Marseille. And the first game, we did what I thought we'd do. We beat Lazio 3-1. I went out to Rome. We did the job. We did enough. It was a boring ass game. Both teams were pretty shit. Scored a goal though, Mr. Benny, penalty in the 3rd minute. We went on through. To the quarterfinals where we played Barcelona away. And to be fair, even though they probably had the better of us, we put up a fight and they only beat us 2-1. And when you get an away goal, there's always hope. And we never give up hope. 1-0, so we won on away goals. Can't complain. Gustavo, what a player. What a freaking player. One good thing about doing this is you find out about players you knew of. But when they fit your tactic, you never forget them, do you? And you'll probably sign them again on future saves. But next it was the semis, and we came up against a very good team in this game at the minute. Some of the really good team with a great manager, and that is Liverpool. And they beat us 2-1 at Anfield. So, Barcelona beat us 2-1. All we had to do was take them back to France, do a 1-0 good snatch and grab, and we were in the Champions League final. That happened in another universe and another dimension because we didn't do it this time. They came to Marseille and they beat us 2-1. Firmino actually scored a goal. Well done, mate. But I think we were the better team, so it is what it is. Semi-final at the Champions League. Pretty proud of that. So this is a squad going into the running. Obviously, we've got one league game. We just need to win that and hope for the best and hope that people can take points off Paris and we could go back to back with the league titles. My best right winger, who is knackered, by the way, he's suspended for the semi-final. But we've still got a chance here. We've won the League Cup. Could we win the Cup? Let's start with that last league game, and we did our job. We did it brilliantly. We won 3-0. Chongi, Strootman got man of the match. But that's all. Look how bad they were. One shot. Obviously, it wasn't about that. We knew we should be winning, and we did it. It was about other people helping us out. I'd rather lose a league on points than goal difference. But you know what? When you spend 230 odd million and we spend 30 and we've got loan players, the power of the volcano, never ever give up faith in that tactic. We finished the season though with the leading goal scorer, second best player in the league, Jack Butland, best clean sheet, best keeper ever. Yeah, still hard one to take. But we still had silverware hope, or more silverware hope. We'd already won 2 cups. We're going for a third, a sort of treble. And we didn't make it easy though. 3-2 we won. We had to score a goal in extra time from a backup striker. And they were better. I think they were well better than us. So, a bit of luck here, but you need luck sometimes. And we got to the final. And unlike last year, we didn't let ourselves down. We put up a fight and we won 1-0. And I think we were better. Benny Detto. Legend. So, weirdly, we swapped. And I think we swapped. With Man United, we won the league. Liverpool won the Champions League, and then we swapped the year after. Similar. We won the league, and Paris Saint-Germain won the cup, and then we swapped. I'll take it though. I think I'm really, really proud of what we've done here. If you're wondering, it's City versus Liverpool in a Champions League final. If you want to know who wins, tough, because I really, as a Man United fan, couldn't care less. This is my final squad, and it's arranged by average rating, and I fell in love with a lot of these guys. Dario Benny, what a striker. 37 goals. What a striker. He loves my tactic, he loves me. Can't stop scoring. Scores them with every part of his body. And obviously I've got players injured. There's been players who haven't played as much, but some of these players have really stood out for me because this geezer, Gustavo, brilliant. Strootman, the guy I got from Stoke, I don't even want to try and say his name. Honestly, this is a save again. I could just keep playing and playing and playing and playing and try and achieve stuff that you just shouldn't be achieving, especially when you're competing with Paris Saint-Germain. So yeah, well proud of it really. This has probably been my proudest. And because we got to the semi-final, we've got money. So if I did ever decide to have a go at this myself in the third year, I think we could really do good stuff. We need to refresh a few things. Payet probably have to go with wingers, but there's a lot of good players out there, and the more you play, that's when the regens start coming, and when regens start coming is when I thrive. So yeah, no, really happy. I think, like I said, Milan was fun, United was great. This has been my favourite. This has been my proudest team yet, my proudest achievement really. And the board have just got giddy. So they've not done anything for 2 years, but then this year they decided to improve facilities, all the training facilities, get an affiliate club, and buy the stadium. So Marseille, I think I'm leaving them in the best shape ever. And a lot of it, and I will say this again, a lot of it is down to this bad boy. It is a great tactic. It is a good tactic. So again, I want to know if it's working for you still. And if you've never used it before, check it out. There's a video, go back on my playlist. You might find it in the experiments playlist called the VOLCANO, and I test it out on a few things. Maybe you can see it there in a bit more detail. But the best thing to do is to download it and just try it for yourself. And don't worry about players fitting it. You don't have to be don't have to be volantes, you don't have to be wingers. Just get players with good attributes and see what works and just go for it, have some fun. And go and buy Dario Benedetto. Legend. Well, there we go. That is the end of episode 2. I'm happy. I think we've achieved enough again to call it quits. I said I give each club 3 episodes maximum, but I think we're doing alright here. We're on a roll, and I'm very pleased. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough to smash the like button. I really do appreciate you watching, taking the time out of your busy day and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. I've had a lot of new subs recently, so thank you guys. And on the old subs, thank you for sticking by me. Got a lot to look forward to with FM20, but we've still got to get there first. Got to wait till November, so hopefully I can keep putting out content for you. We've got a couple of stories coming out over the next few weeks that I'm excited about, and this series is going to crack on. I'm going on a tour. I'm never going to go back to a country I've already been to, so no Italy, no England, and no France. I'm going on a tour. It's fun. I want to do different things. And next we're going to what I class as my second country. We're going to Germany. We're going to Germany, and we're going to go to a team who not necessarily is like the third biggest team. There's been other teams that have been more successful than them, but the team I quite like the name. They were successful. They did a double over a decade ago. I think it's time to try and get that double back. But I think it's got to be. I reckon it will be the hardest one yet, because it's a tough league, and we're going to have a massive hill to climb. But the next rebuilding team in Germany is going to be Werder Bremen. Yep, we're going green. We're going to go green next. So hopefully you're going to join me for that. It's not going to be out as quick as all these have been, because I had a week off to play all these, and I need to play it. I haven't even started it yet, so I've got a lot of Football Manager to play. But that will be the next one, probably out a week after this. So thank you. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. And if you become a patron, thank you even more. I love you more than any of the others. So yeah, have a good day. You've been amazing. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.